telling your story, even through oral publishers. God bless you all.
Walking the promise. That is the story at this time. Thank you, Prof, for making this happen. Next, we will have a monologue by Michieka and Samson. Please come and do the monologue. Prof is a person of time. So we want to try and honor him in that way by making sure that we are on time. Michieka, please come.
My name is Jabali. I got 6 years ago. I just wanted the years of they are unemployed and ill-equipped to create jobs. And each year Kenyan universities are graduating thousands and thousands of more yet to be jobless graduates. They may not be the quality the country needs, but they are indeed graduates. And the government's view of university education is worrisome. Today I am meeting a friend of mine, Imani, whom we schooled together at Sarova Pan-African Hotel. She is, I think, quite successful. I'm worried I do not really understand what I'm going to speak to her, but come with me.
Jabali!
Imani.
Is that really you?
Yes, it's me.
Oh my God, it's been like how many years?
6?
6 years. Our undergraduate years. Oh my God, you're looking so nice.
Thank you so
The
much.
leather jackets and I can see the hats. Haujacha Sabakasi?
Actually, I just borrowed the hat. Yeah.
Looking nice.
So, how has life been?
Actually, life has been really, really nice for me. You know, I'm taking my master's degree right now, and it's opening opportunities for me to teach at the university, you know.
So you are an educator now?
Yes, I'm a lecturer at the university. It's not just one.
You're educating more than one university?
Of course, yes. I mean, don't I look the part?
But you do not even have a master's degree yet.
I am pursuing my master's degree, Jabali. Okay, back to you. How about you?
No problem. I have been fine. I have a stall. Yes, Samaki Pale Gikomba. It's not been so bad. And some more gigs here and there. Yeah.
Well, that's really wonderful for a graduate. I mean, I am so sorry.
Just calm. No. It's not your fault. Do you remember? I have actually just remembered when we were in university. That club that was just on the ground floor of our class.
You just reminded me. Imagine we had our university campus was right in front of an infamous club. What was the name again?
Club Eagles.
Club Eagles. Who puts a club?
Yes, the lecturer is trying to teach, but all you can hear is. And then after the class, when you walk out in the evenings, there are these ladies from
that street right
teaching
there.
us bad manners along that.
We don't talk about that, Jabali. Please don't.
Oh yes, but if you remember our friend Juliet, she now works at that street actually.
But what could she have done, Jabali? The situations, the conditions you were in our undergraduate years were just terrible. You know, the university didn't even have accommodation for students.
Yeah.
We had to, go and look for houses outside. And those landlords were from abroad.
God, milking us money as though education was no longer affordable. If you could afford the fees, you could not afford accommodation around there. There were no mess. How can you get a mess here in town?
Yes, exactly. So I wouldn't really blame Juliet for taking the steps she took in that street.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying she did the right thing, but the conditions you were in, I mean.
But I just make me understand. Do you think the students, have you graduated any class yet? As a lecturer?
Oh yes, I have. The first class I taught is graduating next month.
Next month?
Oh yes, I am so proud. Like, oh my God, I just can't help it.
Do you think those students are equipped for the job market, really?
What are you trying to say?
No, let's not lie to each other. Yourself, you were taught by a system that was neither here nor there.
But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified enough to teach Jabali. Come
No,
on.
a lecturer should hold a PhD.
That
You
requirement.
don't even hold a master's
Jabali,
degree,
listen to me.
man.
I am the
Come
one
on.
in education right now. Listen to me. That
Oh,
requirement by the CUE to have all lecturers with PhDs. That is wishful thinking. How many universities do we have in Kenya right now? Literally every county has a university.
Well,
but how many lecturers have PhDs right now?
Including your uncle, the senator. He has a university behind the cattle dip.
Please don't start getting personal, Jabali. I asked you a question. How many universities do we have in Kenya?
Okay.
In my county, we have 2 universities. And do you think we have enough lecturers to teach those students? Thousands and thousands of students. Exactly. And that is where people like me come in. With my master's degree to teach undergraduate students.
Who will be as unqualified as you are?
Are you calling me unqualified?
No, I'm not calling you unqualified.
No,
actually,
excuse me,
actually,
Jabali.
the
Between
problem,
the two
you
of
are
us,
you're not the
between
problem.
the two of us,
Now,
who
let
owns the
me
fish
educate
market
you.
in
Let me
Michieka?
educate you a little. You see, at the end of President Micheka's term, that around 2013, do you know how many universities were in Kenya then?
You tell me.
Just 7 of them, with charters. After that, he granted charters to 15 more universities, making them, come on, master's holder.
22, fine.
22. And after that, today, your uncle, the senator, has another university.
I do not stand to answer for my uncle. who
No,
has
let's just agree that the
Please.
move was premature. And expanding these universities, establishing universities behind each and every market, leave alone the Koinange Street.
Okay, fine. Fine, Jabali, I agree with you. But let me educate you.
Yeah.
You know, the reason as to why I'm taking my master's degree is so that I don't sell fish in Gikomba with my degree. While I'm doing my master's, I get an opportunity to teach. And Jabali, let me just correct you. It is not just one university. And let me explain to you. The building that I study has different campuses of different universities. And you know the degrees they're teaching? Same thing. So I just walk from room 14 from my classes, and then I go into room 16 to teach, then I go into room 18 to teach the same thing I taught in room 16, and then I go to room 20, then I go to room 50, Jabali I go to room 70, Jabali I go to room 100.
See, the wrong
all
thing.
those
Okay.
people.
Let me also educate you. You see, Imani, you are the very breath that is making our graduates jobless.
That is so rude.
No. Let me educate you. Calm down. This is your campus days attitude has not gone anywhere yet.
Jabali, please.
Okay. You see, in the olden times, not so long ago, a university, every specific university had its specific characters. Not every university provided every other course. Right now, if you have a degree from any university, so you and your uncle both, you have...
Well, Jabali, on that point, I totally agree with you, because if you literally walk to archives in town right now and ask, who has a BCom? Even
Everyone.
the beggar with that cup shaking will be like,
Exactly.
me, because everybody is doing the same thing, and there's no that diversification of our graduates, and that is why I just feel like we are so many of us having the same skills, the same degrees, and how can we all fit in the same job? That one I agree with you,
I
Jabali.
really wonder how and when this will come to a stop. University education is the highest level of learning.
Yeah, I agree with you. That reminds me of Wenda University. But right now, it doesn't really matter if you're in the university because people assume you're either doing drugs, you're either into prostitution. The glory of universities has been so lost, and I would blame it on the quality of education given in the universities, the management in the universities, and the suffering undergraduate and all students undergoing in universities.
And,
I totally agree.
and on top of that, the funding by the government to universities is very, very not.
Yes, of course.
Mentioned.
And I was actually, because I'm currently working on my thesis, so I got to read the book, Walking the Talk by Ratemo, Michieka. And there's some really insightful things that he talks about the agony of universities, the mushrooming of universities in the country. And one thing that stood out for me is that when these universities were mushrooming all over the country, our little country was not ready to have all these universities. So the funding from the government is really poor, and who gets the problem? Who gets to suffer? The students,
The
of course.
students, yes.
Of course. So that one I agree with you. Apart from you telling me that I'm not qualified, really,
But
Jabali.
if you are really reading from Professor's book, then I agree that you're qualified. Those are just but a few of the sentiments in the book, Walking the Promise. Professor Ratemo Michieka mentions, and part of the reflections, that although the country is producing half-baked graduates, they can be retooled and fitted into the market. Ladies and gentlemen, Walking the Promise.
Cinnamon. Literally. I think that monologue spoke for itself.